In Dragon Ball Super Episode 72, we saw the conclusion of Goku vs. Hit, as Hit is probably the only fighter in the known universes 6 and 7 that can actually stand a chance against Goku if not defeat him. It was an incredibly tough match for Goku as he couldn't land a hit on Hit, no pun intended, taking multiple brutal attacks, sending him into mountains, and doing massive damage. Fortunately, Goku was able to win by expanding his ki to a point where it shattered the time skip, and then he was able to fully charge a Kamehameha wave and blow Hit away. Now this is really important because this signifies that Goku is now the strongest fighter in universes 6 and 7. More importantly, not only did he defeat Hit, he defeated him without the Kaioken and just used his sheer genius. He could have easily went Kaioken times 10, shattered that time skip, and defeated Hit in a much faster manner. What that means is Goku essentially was holding back against the only person that was even a threat to him whatsoever. He was holding back against the second strongest fighter between the two universes 6 and 7. I think that Goku hired Hit because he wanted to prove to himself that he could win without the Kaioken. And now that he's done that, the gap between him and everybody else is massive. Goku is by far the strongest fighter besides the Gods of Destruction, Angels, Grand Priest, and Zeno. However, he may be stronger than Beerus at this point. That's something that we may find out later. With the upcoming Space Survival arc, we're going to get to see 10 new universes and all of their strongest fighters. With Goku leagues ahead of absolutely everybody else except maybe Vegeta, that means that anybody who poses a challenge to Goku could essentially wipe anyone else out with a flick of the wrist. I think just about every new villain they introduce is going to be relatively weak in comparison to Goku. That's why fighters like Master Roshi, Tien, and Piccolo could actually get a chance to do something, because all of these other fighters they're going to introduce, they can't be as strong as Goku. That would be insane. However, there is definitely going to be some incredibly powerful villains or enemies in this tournament. Some villains that are definitely going to give Goku a run for his money, probably knocking out characters like Hit or even Vegeta in the tournament to spread that feeling of fear and show how powerful this new character is, this new villain or villains. Now, are they going to introduce new Saiyans? Could this new ultimate villain be a Saiyan? I'd say it could. And originally I had a theory, I actually did a video on this, that I thought the final battle and the final villain was going to be a Saiyan, so that it would be a Saiyan on Saiyan, Super Saiyan White versus Super Saiyan White Goku battle for the multiverse. But I'm kind of going back on that theory because if you think about it, the Saiyans from Universe 6 are incredibly weak. If you take a look at Kaba, for example, I mean, he didn't even know what a Super Saiyan was. He was able to achieve it, but he was also a genius. Now, I have a feeling that Champa is going to want to commission a bunch of Saiyans from Universe 6 after seeing Goku and Vegeta, and I think the rest of his fighters, or at least the majority of them, may actually be Saiyans, but I have a feeling they're all going to be pretty damn weak in comparison to everybody else, and probably can't turn Super Saiyan unless Kaba went on some kind of training spree and taught his whole race how to turn Super Saiyan, but even so, they're nothing compared to Super Saiyan Blue. So is it possible that one of these Saiyans turns out to be evil and becomes the final villain of the tournament? Yeah, I mean, I think it's definitely possible. I'm not 100% sure that that's going to happen anymore. Especially since we just finished the Goku Black arc, and that was a Saiyan on Saiyan battle for, you know, an entire arc. So I don't see them just bringing in another Saiyan as the villain again. But, you know, it is Dragon Ball, and people really do want to see a Super Saiyan White transformation, so maybe Akira wants to do that in the end. I mean, it's definitely possible. Now, a lot of people are theorizing that the Grand Priest is actually evil and his true intentions are hidden at the moment. He's actually going to end up being the final villain. I don't think so. I actually did a video thinking that he's the actual true Omni King. I think if any of these Ultra Gods are going to turn out to be a villain, it's going to be Zeno because he's just completely reckless, but probably not. However, I think the final villain in Dragon Ball Super has to be stronger than the gods, and you're going to have to show Goku beating this guy because this final villain is able to take down the gods single-handedly, and basically Goku's the only one that can stand up to him. Now, there's another speculation that Dragon Ball Super is going to end after this multiverse tournament, and that's not set in stone yet. So whoever the final villain of this multiverse tournament is may not be the final villain of the show in general, especially because Dragon Ball Super is making so much money over there in Japan. They're going to keep it rolling as long as they can because it's a cash cow, and in the end, they do care about money. So could it be some evil Saiyan god of destruction that turns bad and he's somehow stronger than the Grand Priest and Zeno and everything? I highly doubt it. But again, you know, it's Dragon Ball Super. Anything can happen. Regardless, I'm still really looking forward to seeing how this new arc develops and what kind of power levels all of these new characters are going to have from all these different universes. I expect Goku to just be a dominant figure in this tournament and just basically be able to wipe everyone out with ease. Hopefully they don't toy around too much like they did in the Universal Tournament, because now in the Multiversal Tournament, if you lose, your universe is destroyed. So I'm hoping that everybody will be much more serious this time around. Goku will go full power right off the bat, and hopefully we get some answers as to who the next villain or the major villain of this arc is going to be. Thanks for joining Mastar Media today. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. And I am getting started on the Anime War trailer. The trailer will be the next release with more footage that you guys haven't seen yet. And then I'm going to get started on the full episode, which will take quite a bit of time. So I will see you guys next time for another Dragon Ball video. Have a wonderful day.